I spent years trying to learn how to code and build my own stuff. All these kind of things I saw on the internet. I wanted to try it out. But the problem was I had no guide. And I made a lot of mistakes, a ton of mistakes. Although mistakes are unavoidable. But in this video, I'm about to tell you the mistakes I made and why you should avoid them. And it's going to save you a lot of time. And if you're already experienced and maybe you are stuck somewhere too, it might help you. So stay with me and let's get started with it. Alright, so let me give you a reality check about being a self-taught developer. Right? You are on your own. This isn't like you are in a school or maybe a specific curriculum that is teaching you how to code. You are learning it yourself. No one is taking care of you. No one is checking your progress. It's you and it's only you. You are the only one working with it, right? And it's not like you are getting some sort of guidance from someone, or maybe someone is mentoring you. You might be lucky, someone might mentor you, but what if at the start you have nothing? It's just your PC and your internet. What you need is discipline. Discipline is one thing that if you don't have, you can be a self-taught developer, because it's your own thing, your own environment that you are living. It's not in school that you have the environment which is made for studying. This is at home, or maybe some kind of side thing that you are doing. So remember that without discipline, you can't be a self-taught developer, right? Now let's get started with my top advices that I think will help you. The mistakes I made, and I will show you why you should avoid them. All right. So number one is start with a goal. This isn't something you have to take it for granted. If you don't start with a goal, you might drift around and never end up anywhere. I'm not saying the end goal of what you really want to become, maybe in tech, but start with a goal. What do you want to learn? Mobile app development, web, game. Maybe you want to learn cybersecurity, ethical hacking, AI, or any other thing like that. The thing is, know what you want first. Because if you define it, it will be clearer in your mind. You might say, oh, I don't know what I want to do. So maybe I want to be in the field for some time. I want to learn something. Maybe I might see what I want, but you might regret it. As you proceed and you go, you learn, you might get into the middle of something, middle of nowhere, and you look back and you'll be like, oh, I should have learned this, I should have learned that. And it will be too late at that time to switch back. So please know what you want before you get started with it. All right, now let's head to my second advice. Avoid shortcuts. Avoid shortcuts. It's in many ways, but right now the shortcuts people are taking is AI. They don't learn anything. They just go and start building with AI. If you have not learned how to code, you don't have to use AI to write code and build things or do some things which requires higher technical knowledge. But because AI can do it, you aren't using your mind. You are doing it with AI. That's one of the biggest mistakes you make as a beginner, right? So do not use AI to do complex things. Use your mind. But you can ask AI for help. And also, note, avoid all these kind of become a software engineer in 6 months, become an AI engineer in 6 months, become a cybersecurity expert in 5 months. It doesn't happen. Maybe it might happen for someone because they have advanced things, they have a good environment, they have someone who is mentoring them, they have a specific curriculum they are following, or maybe they have more advantage than you. You have to move at your own pace. It took me 5 years to know what I know right now, and I'm still learning more, right? So, looking at what I've learned, I don't think you can use 6 months to learn something of a big skill. Someone might be able to do it, but you're not that person. And I don't think if you use 6 months, you will really be good at it. So please relax, do what you can, and move at your own pace. It will help you very, very, very well. Now let's move on to my next advice. 3. Start with a roadmap, right? Don't just move and learn anything that comes to mind. Okay, so if you know, let's say you want to learn mobile app development, right? What comes to mind first? Okay, I want to build maybe mobile apps for iOS devices only, and you go and learn something like Python, how are you going to apply that in the first place? You have to learn the concept of it first, right? You have to understand or get knowledge about. There's a difference between knowledge of and knowledge about something. So try to get knowledge about something before you get into it. So you get a clear roadmap for yourself. Or you can buy a course because the course is already in curriculum base, right? They have already arranged. You can buy a course on Udemy, Coursera. Everything is set. You can just follow. Or you can head to roadmap.sh right here. And they have a ton of links for a ton of roadmaps that you can use, right? By the way, it's not an ad. I'm still a small creator, so I'm not getting to that point. I'm just showing you some tools that can help you, right? Or you can use AI. AI can really help you with, making of roadmaps and stuff. Just ignore the timing and improve at your own pace. I think this will really, really help you. Now let's move on to the next one, which is my third advice. Build projects, right? Build projects. People say, oh, I've not learned much. I want to learn this and learn this before I try. But if you have learned much or if you've learned enough, try and build something. If you learn the basics, learn the advanced concepts more, start trying to build something on your own. Let experience add to the rest what you already have. Don't go and do any other kind of thing. I'm going to study this and study that before. If you study this, get a project in your mind. A project is not only about apps that you build. You can solve problems in your terminal. You can solve problems in your code editor. Maybe you've learned Python, right? You've learned the basics. Now try to build a grading system. Try to build something. Ask AI to give you exercises. Search for problems that you can use it for. They are all projects. Do something with your mind. Don't just watch videos or do any other kind of thing just like that. You should try projects. Don't just learn and do nothing. Try to do something from your mind, not always from where you are learning it from. I think it's one of the valuable things, valuable advice I've heard. Build more projects because it adds more to it and it also gives you experience. Yeah. Now let's head to my next advice. 5. Learn from different sources. This too is an underrated advice, but it's optional, but it will help you widen your scope of knowledge about that. You should have your main source. Let's say you are using a Udemy course, right? Or let's say YouTube. You can also read articles about that, ask AI questions, and you can also watch other videos about that, and short ones. Don't just use one area, learn the whole thing, because they are not AI. They can't give you everything. AI knows everything. So they cannot tell you everything from top to down. So you have to use different sources to widen your scope and the rest. And one key advice I want to add to this is, please try and invest in your learning. Don't always use free things. Free things like YouTube. Let's say you want to learn Python, right? I've used Python a lot because that's what I used to do my stuff. Python on YouTube can be taught in like 4 hours. But if you really look at paid courses, Python lasts like 20 hours to cover from basic to advanced. But if you watch a YouTube course, you might think you've learned Python, but no, you have not learned it. How can you spend 10 minutes on loops, 10 minutes on functions, and feel like you've mastered functions? Meanwhile, there are many advanced things that you don't know. So if you go to the real world, you find it difficult. That's why I say if you don't have money, you should use different sources. So you learn from here, use YouTube and other things. If you have money to buy, invest in it, that won't help you. But one last valuable thing I want to add is, if you have to force yourself to do it, I don't think it's something for you. You should be obsessed with it. It should be on your mind. It should be something you're always going to do, not just you've heard other people doing it. Don't follow any pressure and get it to take be a self-taught, because it's going to eat most of your time, right? Maybe you watching this video, you might be just sorry for the just by the way. You might be your own independently. You are the only one learning. You don't have any guide. You are using the internet and AI. You are asking AI questions and stuff. You're on your own, so you have to be really careful. And you are investing time in it. So know if you really want it, because if you have to force yourself to go and learn it, then you don't really want it. You should obsess with it. You're always ready to do it. So make sure you really want it, because in tech, it's something that takes a lot of time. As I said earlier, when I started learning Python was in 2020, and I drifted around many, many, many times. As I said, have a roadmap, right? And I've done many, many things, which makes me feel like I have a lot of experience with it now. Although I'm not yet started college yet, right? But I look forward to doing computer science because there's nothing else I can do. Because I've done this for years now. These are some of the advice I can give. Because if you don't really like it, it's difficult for you. I've said much, but there is not everything. There are many, many things, right? By the way, remember that if you have to force yourself to do something, then reconsider it. You might not really like it. And by the way, experienced people like me, we still Google the basic things, right? Experienced people like me or other people who also experience with it, we still Google the basic things. So don't try to memorize everything, right? I almost forgot. That's why I added to the last, right? Thanks for watching, and make sure to give me a like if you really like this video and you think I shared valuable insights, because it's my opinion and it's based on my life, my tech career up to this point, my tech life. That's why it's based on that one, not based on anybody else. Maybe my experience might be different. Yours too might be different, right? But these advices applies to everybody. As I said earlier, you can rewatch this video again and try to understand what I said, right? Have a clear goal, have a clear roadmap to follow. Do not follow shortcuts. Build projects, invest in your learning, and also make sure you really love what you really want to do. Make sure you really want it, not just pressure or maybe a friend or someone doing better in it. Thanks for watching once again. It's Mr. Who Can Code on YouTube. Please give me a sub. I really want it. I'm still trying to